Last week on NXT, Johnny Gargano made his surprise return to Full Sail following last month's heinous career-threatening attack at the hands of former best friend Tommaso Ciampa. With his wife, NXT superstar Candice LeRae by his side, a physically damaged and emotionally torn Johnny Wrestling gave the NXT universe an update on his state of health and frame of mind.
It's time to start thinking about my future. With the injuries adding up and the toll it's taken on my friends, my family, and my wife, is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it! Tommaso Ciampa! I know you're back there! Come out here!
Boy, I am going to finish this! Johnny, be a good little boy. Listen to your wife. Bye-bye, Johnny.
Last week's events left us with many questions in regards to the condition of Candice LeRae after her serious injury. In response, NXT General Manager William Regal has determined this rivalry is too dangerous right now. Thus, for safety precautions, both former members of DIY will be MIA from NXT tonight. But Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa will have the opportunity to settle the score next month at NXT TakeOver Chicago in a street fight. Both competitors have been sent contracts, which they will need to sign and send back to Mr. Regal. With 3 weeks to go until NXT invades the Windy City, what other pieces of the TakeOver Chicago puzzle will we find out about tonight on NXT?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the NXT Champion, Aleister Black!
NXT Champion Aleister Black vanquished Andrade Cien Almas at TakeOver New Orleans to become the top dog in the black and yellow brand, and has made it clear he is a fighting champion. The devil on his back, well, he is now at the top of the food chain, Nigel, and has done it his way.
Absolutely has. The apex of competitors in NXT, and when you are the champion, you have everybody gunning for you. In NXT, that's a lot of very credible contenders.
And knowing Aleister Black the way we do, he is the lucky number 13 NXT champion in history.
Ever since winning the NXT title in New Orleans, it's been a trip, man. It's been life-changing. Now I understand that there's some dispute over my next challenger in Chicago, but remember, I only need one shot to knock my opponents down. I only need one shot to make my opponents fade to black.
Well, Lars Sullivan hoping to secure his shot at Aleister Black.
Certainly love to be that opponent. It was just last week that he took on Ricochet and Velveteen Dream and bested the both of them.
And as successful as Black has been, he is yet to face someone with the tools the size of Sullivan.
The dispute is over. Per General Manager William Regal, in Chicago, I will be your first challenger.
Wow.
Aleister, you say that it takes but one shot for your opponents to fade to black. And I'll hand it to you. For 16 years, you've traveled the globe, and every single one of your opponents have faded to black. And now you're NXT champion. But you've never faced anyone like me, because there is nobody like me. No one with my strength, no one with my size, no one with my dominance. And you can try to ignore your emotions all you want, but you can't ignore the reality of what's going to happen to you in Chicago. Because I am going to take everything that you've worked your entire life for, and you're looking at your next NXT champion, Lars Sullivan. And you'd like to think that you can do something about it, Aleister, but you know that you can't do anything about it.
Whoa. Black firing back with the right hand. Oh! Sullivan caught Black Mass.
What on earth?
Sullivan catches Black Mass and deposits the NXT champion with a freak accident.
I don't believe it. He mentioned his strength, his size, and his dominance, but he didn't mention his speed and his ability to catch Black Mass.
Like a Venus flytrap, he catches Black Mass. Will he be able to catch the NXT championship in the Windy City 2 weeks from this Saturday at TakeOver Chicago?
Fellas, if this is any indication, we may have ourselves possibly a new NXT champion.
Lars Sullivan just caught Black Mass and then destroyed the NXT champion with a freak accident. NXT Universe is stunned.
Aleister Black's strongest weapon, without a doubt, the Black Mass spinning heel kick. Lars Sullivan caught it in an instant, swatted it away, delivered the freak accident, and if that happens in Chicago, we will see a new NXT champion.
want to send a special thank you to the band Fozzy for their song Painless, one of the official themes for NXT TakeOver Chicago. It's off the album Judas, available now on iTunes and Spotify.
And I still can't believe what we just saw moments ago. Lars Sullivan silencing the NXT universe, catching Aleister Black's devastating Black Mass kick in midair before punishing the NXT champion with the freak accident. At TakeOver Chicago, will Aleister Black's 16-year journey to the top of NXT fade to black, and he goes one-on-one with the dominant Lars Sullivan.
And as we heard earlier, the former members of DIY are MIA tonight. However, General Manager William Regal has delivered the contracts to make this match official. At TakeOver Chicago, the place where this bitter rivalry began, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa will go head-to-head in a street fight. But, as we saw from Johnny Gargano's wife, Candice LeRae, she seemed less than enthusiastic about this street fight, tweeting that while she thankfully seems to have recovered from last week, she does not support her husband continuing his issue with Tommaso Ciampa any further. No doubt a complex situation for Johnny and Candice as we march toward TakeOver less than 3 weeks away from the Windy City.
Two emissaries of eradication, Rowan Hansen.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. And a combined weight of 590 pounds. Hansen, Rowe, War Raiders.
Rowan Hansen War Raiders have paved a path of obliteration wherever they have performed. They have set their sights on dominating the NXT Tag Team division, and dominate they have done in their early tenure.
They had made absolutely short work of anyone they've encountered in the NXT ring. You saw how they did heavy machinery, and that's the biggest tag team on the roster. These two have conquered all over the world, and this, in their mind, is the last place left standing, and they want to tear it down.
Serving as the opposition, that's George Hickson in the ring. Cody Vincent is in front, and George Hickson, a brazen attack. On Rowe, using his head. Oh!
And speaking of Rowe, he got into a motorcycle accident a couple years ago, went headfirst through a windshield and walked away.
Tag is made. And Hansen dropping Hickson in the corner.
Impressive, devastating teamwork from these two.
Monster hip toss by Hansen. And he implores Hickson to make the tag, and you got to give it up for Cody Vincent. Although he's down now.
It's not often in a tag match you throw your opponent into their corner to make a tag. With the Rule Raiders, they're just having fun.
Do you think Hickson and Gibson really understood the magnitude of what they were getting into against War Raiders?
Lightning quick offense from Rowe, showcasing his blistering brutality on Cody Vincent.
Oh my goodness, just to the back of the neck.
Oh! Jumping double knee by Rowe. Hansen. All of the weight crushing the chest of Cody Vincent. vicious knee strike by Rowe as Rowe and Hanson continue to lay waste to Vincent and Hickson.
I mean, Hickson,
toying with them.
They got nothing left.
Nowhere to go but down!
War Raiders continuing to plunder the NXT Tag Team Division.
Who can stop the War Raiders? I don't know. Slowly stalking his opponent.
Rowe stalking his prey. Hanson, meanwhile, going all the way up to the top turnbuckle.
Oh, what is this?
Rowe deadlifting Hickson. Hanson up the top, guillotine leg drop. Rowe stacks him up for the 1, 2, 3. War Raiders mean business.
War Raiders.
Well, a dominating victory for the War Raiders. Clearly have their sights set on tag team gold. And I've got to be honest, fellas, I could see them getting a title opportunity very soon with that sort of victory.
The War Raiders already looking like contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championships. And speaking of championships, NXT Women's Champ Shayna Baszler defends the title against someone she has bullied, someone she has attempted to beat down and break their spirit, but the never-say-die attitude of Dakota Kai has earned her an opportunity to realize her childhood dream.
I'm Dakota Kai, and I want to be the next NXT Women's Champion. This is my dream, and it has been for a really, really long time.
Dakota Kai has held titles in 4 different countries. Our first female competitor from New Zealand. She's looking to show us something here.
I'm Shayna Baszler. I'm the NXT Women's Champion, and I've been breaking bodies for years. Let me ask you, who could take this title from me?
Shayna Baszler is here to show the NXT Women's Division what a real fighter is.
It's all business to her. It's nothing personal at all. He's toying with Dakota Kai.
Oh my God!
My God, that could have been permanently injured. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man, it didn't look good at all. This is bad. This is bad for Dakota Kai.
It's great to see Dakota Kai back healthy after suffering the wrath of Shayna Baszler. Oh! And that puts Vanessa Bourne away. Oh no.
Get out of there, Dakota, now. This can do you no good.
I won my match, and then Shayna comes out. I wanted to run away, but I just froze, and I didn't.
Your dreams come true, your fairy tale? So that's what you think this is? Well, this story's not ending that way. The only way this story's ending is with you unconscious, Sleeping Beauty.
Once I overcome all the mind games and what she's done to me, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to kick her head off.
You know you don't stand a chance, right?
We'll see about that.
Nice to hear some confidence coming from Dakota Kai. But speaking of confidence, there he is. EC3 arrived earlier today, and he is focused on turning NXT into NX3 next.
Camp
Feeling kind of magical, yo.
is back. I want to go back to Camp WWE in season. Woo!
Hey, Sinan.
It's crazier.
These kids are idiots.
Nuttier.
To hell with all of you.
And wilder
Oops.
than ever.
You look ridiculous.
I love this place.
It's a new season of the adult animated series, Camp WWE. New episodes every Sunday. Stream anytime on demand. Only on WWE Network.
Lacey Evans, congratulations on your huge victory last week over Kairi Sane. Now, Kairi has one win over you. You have one win over Kairi. Next week, the rubber match. Are you ready, and what are your thoughts going into it?
Am I ready? Kathy, my thoughts are that the results are going to be exactly the same as they were last week. Because I do whatever it takes to win. And I don't care that Kairi Sane was the Mae Young Classic winner. Because I have a right. A woman's right. With little Miss Kairi's name on it.
I am in the top 1%.
Lacey Evans has another right hand with Kairi Sane's name on it when they go head to head next week on NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Palm Springs, Florida, weighing in at 231 pounds, EC3.
Must be nice to have the life of EC3 or NX3. This guy's taking pilot license because he wants to buy a Cessna. He's tired of driving from Orlando to Tampa.
Well, tonight he'll be looking to snuff out the pilot light of his opponent. Calls himself the top 1%, and he believes that EC3 Nigel is indeed the formula for success.
You take a look at this guy, it's hard to argue against it. Certainly has one of the top 1% of physiques in the division.
And what a splash he made in the inaugural NXT North American title match at TakeOver New Orleans. Legendary ladder match.
How appropriate that this is his third NXT match.
Yes, third match, NXT. I see what you did there, Mr. Watson. And the NXT Universe. Yes, it is elementary, Mr. Watson.
Yes, it is, my friend.
Well, EC3 says it's always a momentous occasion when you get to see him perform. And someone who's been opening up a lot of eyes is Fabian Aichner.
And his opponent from South Tiro, Italy, weighing in at 220 pounds, Fabian Aichner.
Nigel, you get the feeling that Aichner is just a break or two away from really beginning to put it all together in the NXT ring.
Absolutely, I mean, I've seen a lot of competitors come down the pike, and oftentimes it just takes that one big victory, that one opportunity to put yourself in title contention. This could be it for Aichner.
Fabian Aichner is a guy who, in my opinion, who moves like a cruiserweight, but has the power of a big guy. This guy was a professional skier for 6 years. He has excellent body control, excellent balance in the ring.
Aichner hailing from Italy and looking to make a name for himself here in NXT, but EC3 has his sights on making a lot of money and holding as much NXT gold as possible.
Wow! That was a powerful forearm.
Oh! And Aichner firing back, lighting up EC3 with a knife-edge chop, reversal on the Irish whip. Baseball slide through the legs by Aichner. EC3 ducks under the clothesline. EC3 eats that back elbow.
Nice, some strength there.
Gut wrench into the cover.
Barely a 1 count.
I'm telling you, this Aichner has all the tools. Like you said, if he can just find a way to put it together, he's going to be a force in NXT.
Oh, and EC3 sends Aichner crashing to the outside.
Perhaps a little too early to be trying something like that. Now we're going to see EC3 take the advantage.
EC3 has all the skills. His temperament is volatile as the stock market, however, and he hopes his stock will continue to... What? Johnny Gargano is making a beeline for us.
This is a signed contract for Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa 2. Take over Chicago in a street fight.
Oh, wow. A fired up Johnny Gargano and making it official. He and Ciampa will go at it in a street fight and take over Chicago. And, well, EC3 nonplussed about the entire affair. And Aichner looking like Ciampa.
Whoa!
Mamma mia! What a diving crossbody by Fabian Aichner.
And Aichner follows up quickly.
Aichner with the... Oh, wow, almost recorded the biggest win of his career right there.
Well, I'm stunned with that announcement.
So am I, but the only one apparently that kept out on the prize was
Aichner
Aichner.
is stunned by that. And I talk about the volatility of EC3. Top 1%. And he hits that fireman's carry neckbreaker, and EC3 picks up the victory.
Here's your winners, EC3.
And while the victory was impressive, I think all of us have EC3's reaction. We're all wondering what just happened. Johnny Gargano coming out to Full Sail Live and making it official with his contract person.
I'm still like flabbergasted. I don't even know what to say, but you can look at EC3's face. He looks like he just had his moment ruined.
And yet, when all was said and done, Nigel, EC3 picks up the win.
Able to finish the job there. Swinging neck breaker from a different angle. Look at the impact, driving the jaw of Aichner into the mat. Enough to secure the victory with a very lackadaisical cover. But that's EC3 through and through.
EC3 delivers again with the 1%er. Will he eventually beat the one in NX3?
So with EC3 adding another victory to his win-loss record, another man looking to add to his is the one and only Ricochet, as he takes on the impressive upstart Chris Dijak, and that match is
next. Ever since I've been a child, I have just been naturally gifted.
Bianca Belair, well, she's not the EST of NXT for nothing.
Things have come easy to me. I've been good at everything.
The fastest, the strongest, the baddest.
I've been the EST from the very start. I was bred to be the best. I come from a family of significance, a family of trailblazers. My great-grandfather was actually the first African-American electrician in North Carolina. My grandfather, he has a master's in organic chemistry, and he also has a PhD in biochemistry. So I have a certain level that I have to reach, and there's no options to it. That's just what it is, and that's what I have to go after. And I just want to carry out that legacy, and I want to create my own history.
Here comes Bianca Belair.
I've played almost every sport in the book, from gymnastics to track to basketball to cheerleading. I was naturally better than other kids, so I just did the bare minimum.
Running a very fast time, Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
You know, I remember PE class. I would do enough to get a good grade, but not enough to draw myself too much attention. But it was beneficial to me to have two parents reminding me every day, you are great, you are special, you are meant to stand out, and you need to embrace that.
It's going to be Bianca Belair from East Knoxville, Tennessee.
That's the fastest flight of hurdles she's ever run.
College for me was never not an option. Every morning I was waking up doing 1,000 abs, 500 push-ups a day. And the only way for me to get to college was to work hard and earn an athletic scholarship. And that's exactly what I did. I worked my butt off, and I got a full ride. I was a all-SEC at a Division I SEC school. I took on the responsibilities of being an elite college athlete. And I graduated with a degree in sociology and a degree in business. But after college, I went back to this mediocre lifestyle, and I felt like I needed to change, and that's when I found CrossFit. CrossFit was amazing. It allowed me to be myself and not be ashamed of it. It teaches you how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And as CrossFit grew in popularity, I started getting more exposure, and that was my window and my opportunity to being a part of NXT.
I'm on my own against the wall.
Ever since the day that I first stepped foot in NXT, I knew that this is where I was supposed to be.
You nervous? You scared? Think you can do it?
I don't have years of indie experience. I didn't train in Japan. I've learned from ground zero, and I'm surpassing everyone. I've gotten looks. Every time I'm in the gym, when I lift more, when I accomplish more, I see the little looks that the girls give me. I'll look every single girl in the women's division in their eye and I'll tell them, I'm better than you. And I'm not ashamed about it. I'm not gonna be shy about it. I'm the best.
Belair's confidence belies her youth and relative inexperience.
And she is running through opponent after opponent.
I'm here and they're here. But unlike when I was a kid, I'm not lowering myself to make them feel better about themselves. I don't have time for it anymore.
And Belair powering her way up the ranks.
You gotta think the powers that be had taken notice of Bianca Belair.
NXT pushed me to be who I was supposed to be the person that my dad was telling me that I was, be the person my mom was telling me that I was. I was embraced by a business that finally encouraged my shine. And that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna shine.
I'm on my own.
Well, Bianca Belair is certainly not shy about letting everyone know why she is the EST of NXT.
A week removed from being in a 2-on-1 handicap match against the Leviathan Lars Sullivan. Ricochet didn't realize he was the one who was going to have the handicap in the form of his so-called partner, Velveteen Dream.
And I have a hard time getting over that his partner just left him and fed him to the wolves.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Paducah, Kentucky, weighing in at 190 pounds, Ricochet!
As you mentioned, Percy was in that match where it looked for a second as though they were getting the better of Lars Sullivan, and all of a sudden, Dream turned on Ricochet and let Sullivan pick the bones.
And his opponent, from Worcester, Massachusetts, weighing in at 270 pounds, Chris Dijak!
Heavily and highly anticipated debut for Chris Dijak, a standout three-sport athlete in high school, excelled in football, graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and he is looking to make an immediate impact here at Full Sail Live at the expense of Ricochet.
I've known Dijak for a long time, 6'8", well-traveled, actually worked as a criminal investigator as well. He's only had to have a smart game plan against Ricochet because he looks determined.
Ricochet goes from having to deal with the likes of Lars Sullivan to now facing the formidable challenge of Chris Dijak, and immediately Ricochet reining in those right hands to try to get the best of the bigger man.
Not often we see Ricochet opening up with strikes. I think that speaks to how aggressive he is.
That's what he has to do, take it to the bigger opponent, don't wait.
Oh, an axe kick by Ricochet, using his limbs and using his knees highly effectively against the tower, Chris Dijak.
Here he comes.
And this is a tope, but Dijak catches Ricochet and slaps him hard down on the apron.
What impressive strength from Chris Dijak.
Talk about impressive!
Oh!
Chris Dijak almost defeats Ricochet in electrifying fashion.
Can you believe that?
Springboard elbow drop. Dijak again from the top turnbuckle with a moonsault, which results in a crash and burn.
Chris Dijak bringing out all of the stops here in his NXT television debut.
And Ricochet showcasing a little of his striking ability. Oh, and a leaping axe kick to the back of the neck of Dijak. Snap suplex.
Keeps hold, keeps moving.
Look at the power of Ricochet.
What? Are you kidding me? Mamma mia! What a show of strength by Ricochet!
What can this man not do?
He is a walking meme. The one and only Ricochet has Chris Dijak in a supine position. Ricochet on the top turnbuckle.
Taking his time.
Here we go, boys.
This is Cirque du Ricochet with the 630. What a performance by the one and only.
Here's your winner, Ricochet.
An incredible start for Chris Dijak, and boy, did he showcase some of his preternatural ability. But Ricochet is the one and only for a reason, person.
I mean, without a doubt, this guy has every tool possible.
Wow! The show of strength, Nigel. Deadlifting a man 6'8".
I've never seen anything like it. Let's take a look. They're a beautiful dive from Ricochet, but look what happened. Dijak catching him out of the air and driving him onto the apron.
But take a look at this. Dijak, 6'8", going for the moonsault, crashes and burns, and leaves the door open for Ricochet. Take a look at the door open
for this.
Look at the power of Ricochet. Pretty much a straight deadlift to the 270-pound man into the suplex. This man can absolutely do it all.
Simply incredible. And the pièce de résistance, the 630 senton.
Here from a different angle, slow motion. Look at the rotation. Lands it perfectly.
You don't think Ricochet was sending a message to the Velveteen Dream? An inspired performance by one of the preeminent high flyers in sports entertainment.
So, the Velveteen Dream likes the spotlight, huh? That's okay. I get it. And as much as I hate to admit it, he kind of deserves it. Because let's face it, the Dream has been one of the most entertaining superstars that has ever walked through NXT. He can basically do it all. But here's the thing. When that spotlight is shining on you, it shows exactly how good you really are. But at the same time, it also shows your flaws. And last week, Velveteen Dream, last week when you attacked me, sure, the spotlight might have been on you for a second, homie, but it didn't show how good you are. It showed how much of a punk you really are. And at TakeOver Chicago,
Oh, I thought for a moment Ricochet was going to take the high road, but instead, he is interrupted by the Velveteen Dream experience.
Punk? Okay, that's fair because tonight is your spotlight, okay? Tonight's your spotlight. But last week was our spotlight. And while you showed everyone just how incredible you truly are, the Dream showed everyone that anything you can do, the Dream can do better.
Really? Is that what you think? Because the only thing I see you doing is standing all the way up there on the stage showing everybody how much of a coward you are. So Dream, since you know so much, you want the spotlight, right? Come take it, homeboy.
There appeared to be begrudging respect between these two NXT superstars, but the underlying animosity bubbling to the surface.
As epic as you and me would be, the Dream can only think of one spotlight big enough to contain the two of us. The Dream will see you in Chicago.
Oh! Wow!
Making him think about it.
Oh, and when that spotlight hits you, when the spotlight hits your beautiful face, you will truly know that anything Ricochet can do, the Dream can do better.
Then show me.
Did you see Velveteen Dream's face? It's like he just saw a ghost. It seems like Ricochet has no problem pushing the issue by taking some of Velveteen's coveted spotlight.
Well, from that tense confrontation, we move to another one as Dakota Kai will have to overcome her fears. Kai takes on Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship, and that match is next.
UK, are you ready? This June, NXT takes over the Download Festival, and you don't want to miss it. Be there to see the greatest in-ring action in the world. It's NXT live on the following dates.
Welcome back to Full Sail, and tonight, NXT is powered by Tap Out Men's Body Sprays. Now available in the fragrance aisle at Walmart. Two NXT superstars who want to smell success. Danny Burch, Roderick Strong are going to collide in an NXT ring.
An opportunity that Dakota Kai has longed for since her childhood in New Zealand, and she has had to endure a gauntlet of psychological and physical turmoil to get here, but she has stood up to the bully Shayna Baszler. Question is, can she beat the Queen of Spades to become the new NXT Women's Champion?
Now that is the question, but she's constantly being tormented by Shayna Baszler, but Baszler had offered her an opportunity to step in the ring, but for the NXT Women's Championship.
I think the bigger question is whether she can survive. Baszler has proven how dangerous a competitor she is, and what happened in their first meeting.
Well, was Baszler's official NXT in-ring debut, and boy, she made it a memorable one for all the wrong reasons if you're a Dakota Kai fan.
But ever since then, Shayna has been a mental roadblock to Dakota Kai.
And here comes the former mixed martial artist who has got a swath of destruction since officially joining NXT. Made her mark, making it to the finals of the inaugural Mae Young Classic. But Shayna Baszler has taken liberties with everyone on the NXT Women's Division. The disturbing occurrences at the Performance Center, Percy. She's had a reign of terror, and it continues here tonight.
Yeah, for that number of women on the roster that she continues just to torment and terrorize. Shayna Baszler feels like this is her place. NXT is her home. This is her division, and she's going to do things her way.
She says as long as she's champion, it's a race for second place.
Baszler, nurse ratchet level nasty, a painful pattern unfolding with the Queen of Spades ensuring that the majority of her opponents require medical attention, and that was the case the first time she came face to face with Dakota Kai in an NXT ring.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the NXT Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger, from Auckland, New Zealand, Dakota Kai. And her opponent, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, she is the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler.
Look at the difference in the eyes of both competitors there.
Shayna Baszler, bolstered by the fact that other members of the Four Horsewomen, all four now, under the WWE banner, Ronda Rousey, of course, and now recently, Marina Shafir and Jessamyn Duke have joined Baszler and Rousey. And Baszler tonight defending the NXT Women's Championship against Dakota Kai. Question is, who will go into Chicago 2 weeks from this Saturday at TakeOver Chicago 2 as NXT Women's Champion? It's all part of Money in the Bank weekend on the WWE Network.
Kai is clearly timid. She cannot afford to be timid against Baszler. She has got to be aggressive.
Nigel, with that being said, let me ask you, do you think this was a smart move by Dakota Kai accepting this match from Shayna Baszler?
No, it's not an intelligent move, but I admire her guts for doing it.
Of course, it's an NXT Women's Championship match. Even if she's been subjected to the brutality of Baszler, these opportunities are exactly what Dakota Kai got into sports entertainment for. And even though now Baszler continues to just administer her brand of punishment. Oh, but Kai has had enough. Oh!
She swung her around. Man. She should have slapped her in the face when she did it.
I completely agree. She did it.
Oh, my God.
No! At first it was the arm. Now she's attacking the left leg of Dakota Kai. The merciless NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler, is on a rampage again. And if you're not mentally in the right frame of mind, that is when you shouldn't be in the ring with someone like Shayna Baszler. Baszler attacking the lower extremities of Dakota Kai. Oh, man.
Baszler is just having fun with the Kiwi at this point.
Well, and remember, Dakota Kai, known for her proficient kicking, Baszler making sure we won't see any part of Team Kick here tonight.
Just look at the way her foot, ankle, and knee are being twisted and manipulated. This is not where Dakota Kai wants to be.
Applying pressure to the medial collateral ligaments of the left knee. Look at the angle. Look at the way she's got the angle set up.
Oh my God, Baszler! Looking to just dismantle every part of Dakota Kai. She injured her shoulder. Now she's looking to take out her legs.
Could have broken the ankle. Let's take a look from a different angle. Wham! Straight through the ankle. Achilles tendon as well.
Up for her. Let's go. Let's sit up.
Aren't you the captain
One.
of Team Cake? Huh? Huh? You gonna kick me? Come on! Kick me!
Oh,
Here we
Baszler
go.
taunting Dakota Kai, and Kai finally fires a right hand. Oh, but it just
Come on.
subjects her to a vicious kick from Baszler. And it's a full mount ground and pound by the NXT Women's Champion.
Gotta get your hands up, protect yourself, cover up. Baszler is unhinged.
Kai has got to fight back. That's how you deal with a bully.
Ankle lock on the damaged ankle.
Dakota Kai at the mercy of the NXT Women's Champion. How much pain can Kai endure? What is her threshold of pain?
If she doesn't get out of this hold soon, she's not going to be able to walk.
This could be over soon.
She has to be careful. The referee doesn't interpret that as attack as she makes her way to the bottom rope, only to be dragged back to the center of the ring. Ankle lock employed by Baszler.
Baszler's just having fun with Kai at this point. Roll over, going to roll to your back,
Giving her
release the
that
pressure.
false sense of hope, and Baszler breaks it. But man, she's intent on breaking more than just the hold. She wants to break Dakota Kai's bones.
She wants to break her spirit is what she wants to do.
This is almost unfair at this point.
Listening to Dakota Kai's shrieks of pain is a tad uncomfortable. But Kai comes back with a kick.
Let's stagger her. She's staggered. She's staggered.
There we go.
On Baszler.
Go.
One good leg.
This is your chance.
Keep unloading.
Bicycle kick and Shayna Baszler's down. The NXT Women's Champion is down. Dakota Kai has to go for the cover.
Kai has got to follow up. You do not get opportunities against Shayna Baszler like this very often.
Dakota Kai's body letting her down. Big kick to the face. Kai summoning up that inner resolve. Kai the face squash of the NXT Women's Champion.
This is what I'm talking about. Put that fear to the side. She can go toe-to-toe with Shayna Baszler.
Could be going into Chicago with a new NXT Women's Champion, Dakota Kai. And immediately, Baszler snatches the Kirifuda clutch.
It's in the center. Kai desperate now. Nowhere for her to go.
This is trouble.
Body
Dakota
scissors.
Kai forced the tap. Dakota Kai flirted with victory, but in the end, Baszler retains the NXT Women's title.
Your winner of the division is still NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler.
But for a moment, a brief moment in time, there was a fissure in the armor of NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler, but she proved to be too much for Dakota Kai again.
Ultimately, in the record books, it will go down as another win for Shayna Baszler.
I gotta say, guys, Dakota Kai just proved to me what she is really all about. If she can just get out of her own mind, she had a true shot at beating Shayna Baszler.
That was a step to
but
wait a
Baszler
second.
isn't done.
Oh, come on.
This is unbecoming of a champion. Shayna Baszler's already retained the title.
Baszler knows that she was hurt, I think. She's going to prove a point now. She's really going to hurt this girl.
Baszler continue. Here comes Nikki Cross. Twisted Sister Nikki Cross has seen enough.
A psychotic Scotch.
You see Shayna's face?
Baszler doesn't know what to make of the volatile Nikki Cross. It appears the NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler is taking her NXT Women's Championship. The Cross won't let her leave. She snatches the NXT Women's title. What to make of this, let alone the NXT Women's Champion, but Nikki Cross now, it appears she's drawing that proverbial line in the sand.
Come and get it, she says.
Nikki Cross has shaken things up here in the NXT Women's division. I don't know if Shayna Baszler knows what to make of this. Again! I mean, Shayna Baszler is the NXT Women's Champion. There's no 9/10, possession, not 9/10 of the law in NXT.
This isn't going to happen. This isn't Play Sports Entertainment.
Bizarro World has come to NXT. Nikki Cross challenging Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. She made Dakota Kai the referee. The Purge. The cover. What? Can't believe we've just witnessed Nikki Cross thinks she has just won the NXT Women's Championship.
More importantly, we just found probably an answer to Shayna Baszler.
I'm going to be honest, in all my years, I've never seen anything quite like this. Nikki Cross is unhinged.
I can honestly say I have never seen anything like this in the various combat sports that I've covered, but hey, the NXT Universe fully endorses Nikki Cross as NXT Women's Champion. There's just one problem. She's not.
Yes, Nikki Cross is the People's Champion. Hey, look, she is a viable threat to the NXT Championship, the NXT Women's Championship.
Well, we know that Shayna Baszler will be the NXT Women's Champion heading into Chicago 2 weeks from this Saturday for TakeOver 2 in the Windy City as part of Money in the Bank weekend. And someone eventually is going to have to tell Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross, Shayna Baszler is the NXT Women's Champion.